The Nashville Zoo is home to over 2,200 animals, all that need to be fed and taken care of 365 days a year. So who does all that? The zookeepers. And as we kick off National Zookeepers Week, we wanted to go behind the scenes in the life of a zookeeper. And I'd love for you to meet the Director of Animal Operations here. This is Greg PC, and he helps oversee all the animals here at the zoo. Hi, Greg.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic, and I'm so excited. We're standing in the zoo area, and look right over behind my shoulder. I don't think I've ever been so close to kangaroos.
Well, a lot of people haven't. We've got a very unique opportunity here at the Nashville Zoo to get people in and walking about,
Yes.
literally our walkabout with the kangaroos. So it's a great opportunity for people to get a little closer and to see a little bit of what goes on here at the zoo for us. I mean, this is what makes our lives really enjoyable, is working with the animals. So giving the guests a taste of some of what goes on here, this is just some way that we can do that.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a lot of work that goes into taking care of these animals here at the zoo. And a lot of people think that it's just we feed and clean up after the animals, but also it's very important for us to think about the mental well-being of these animals too. So we provide enrichment items or toys for them to interact with throughout the day. We'll provide their food for them, but we'll scatter it around in the exhibit so that they can forage and they can look for different items throughout the day. So it keeps the animals active and it keeps them interested in what's going on. And it's also just a fun thing for the keepers to do. You saw one of our keepers back there providing some scent enrichment. We can sprinkle some spices in the area and the animals will go and investigate it. Sometimes they'll eat it, sometimes they'll roll in it. So it just depends on kind of what they're feeling like. And the keepers kind of have their favorite toys or enrichment that we'll put out in the exhibit. So you might see that as you're getting around in the zoo.
So each zookeeper is assigned a specific area?
Yes.
And how many zookeepers would you say you have on any given day?
Oh gosh, we've got about 80 or so total zookeepers that are working around the zoo. But on any given day, each section, obviously you've got days off and vacation. But the zookeepers are assigned to different sections in the zoo. So you might have somebody who specializes more in birds or in reptiles, or maybe here in the mammal department you've got birds and mammals that this team takes care of. So that's one of the neat things about being a zookeeper, is you get an opportunity to learn a lot about different animals, and you might have an opportunity to say, well, I didn't know that birds could possibly be my favorite animal, but now I absolutely am in love with these cockatoos.
And I know you have to have a passion for animals, and I'm sure that these zookeepers bond with these animals and probably maybe even have their favorites.
Yeah, and honestly, we talk about this all the time. Taking care of the animals is more than just feeding and cleaning.
Yeah.
And when we take care of them, we do build relationships with them and we build bonds with them. If you take out the time that we're sleeping and the time that we're driving to and from work, we're actually spending a lot of time here with these animals, and we do develop friendships, as well as, I mean, these animals, for a lot of us, these are our family. Yeah. And it's nice to see the individual personalities that the animals might have. A lot of people might just look at them and say, oh, it's a big group of animals, they all act the same. No, there's individual personalities and they may react differently to different keepers, and that's part of building the relationship, and that's where it gets fun for us, is we may have animals that react to us a little differently.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun when you do get them through like a training session and you get them to maybe stand up and present themselves so that you can do a cardiac ultrasound, or maybe you can do an ultrasound to see if they're pregnant. So those relationships and that training that we do with them is also a big part of our job.
Well, you guys do an incredible job here at the Nashville Zoo with all of these wonderful animals that we love so much. Congratulations on Zookeepers Weekend. We'd love to tell you to come on out, visit the Nashville Zoo. It is amazing and so much fun. And we'll put all the information on our website at newschannel5.com if you'd like to find out more.